Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige has responded to the gay controversy in Avengers Endgame. And I'm not talking about how they had characters in rainbow pride apparel before June. Get this thing away from me. Feige responded to a question from IO9 about how the LGBTQ community was disappointed with how Marvel debuted the first ever gay character in an MCU movie.
Who?
Yeah, you may have missed him. We're referring to the man in the group therapy scene with Steve Rogers who talks about his date with another man that ended in tears. There have been a few different sticking points with this from both queer fans and allies, like how the MCU movies have not had one visible queer character in any of their 21 movies from the past decade. A lot of us hoped for a far bigger debut for the first one, rather than some unnamed gay guy with 2 lines who was inconsequential to the plot. But who cares if a fictional character is gay anyways? Well, the whole Marvel brand is built on the idea that the Marvel universe is just like the real world outside your window, and having people from all walks of life on screen is exactly that. Gay representation and representation of all kinds is important because it helps people learn about other people they may not be familiar with. People tend to fear and hate what they don't understand, but if there's a gay hero saving the day alongside the Avengers, then that goes a long way to help normalize gay people in a world where we're still fighting for our rights. Now, the role of that first gay MCU movie character was played by Endgame director Joe Russo, and while we appreciate the gesture of him painting himself to be LGBTQ friendly by casting himself, he may have inadvertently taken a role that could have gone to a gay actor. Queer performers already have a hard time getting cast in big movies, and gay men rarely, if ever, get cast as straight characters. So why not let them have the gay roles that they were born this way to play? It's what alleged Cyberpunk 2077 star Lady Gaga would have wanted. Regarding some of the negative reactions surrounding this character, Feige said, quote, "That was never meant to be our first focused gay character. That was just meant to be a matter of fact, and a matter of life, and a matter of truth." And I liked it that our hero, Steve Rogers, doesn't blink an eye at that fact. It is just truth, and it is heartbreaking for his loss and for the life he's trying to put back together. It was never meant to be looked at as our first gay hero. I guess it's the first reference to a gay character, so it does, of course, get a lot of attention. And I certainly appreciate what Feige and the Endgame filmmakers were trying to do. Making gay characters a natural part of everyday life in the MCU is how things should be, like it was on the Netflix Marvel shows. But the reason this little role got a lot of attention is because Marvel hadn't included a role like this for the past 10 years. Queer characters could have been populating the background and forefront of the MCU since Phase 1, and in failing to do so, Feige has inadvertently shined a light on the glaring absence of LGBTQ characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it's not like Marvel never had the chance to showcase a gay hero before. Characters who were queer in the comics, like Valkyrie and Ao of the Dora Milaje, had scenes filmed that confirmed their queerness on screen, but those parts were cut before final release, denying us the proper LGBTQ representation we've been so anxiously anticipating. All this is why queer fans have been increasingly frustrated with Marvel Studios over the years, and why the appearance of this first openly gay character may feel like too little, too late. But there's still hope. You'll notice how Feige said that sad nameless gay man #1 from Endgame was not meant to be Marvel's first prominent gay MCU character. And that's because apparently Marvel has plans to introduce queer superheroes, either brand new ones or having pre-existing characters come out as gay. And Feige reinforced that in this interview, saying, quote, "We haven't been shy about saying that that's coming and that there's much more prominent LGBT heroes in the future." Well, okay, Marvel, if you're ready to come out of the closet, here are some do's and don'ts on how to get your first gay character right, courtesy of IGN.com writer David Opie. Do show queerness on screen. Gay PDA is okay. Don't take forever to show said queerness. 10 years is long enough. Don't sideline or unnecessarily kill queer characters, like always seems to happen in shows and movies where there weren't many to begin with. Do involve queer talent in front of and behind the camera. I know people, call me. Don't stereotype queer characters, except in cases where they're talking over dinner, because while Joe Russo's character brought up baseball, 2 gay guys after the snap would totally be talking about how it would affect RuPaul's Drag Race. Don't come out to your tennis doubles partner in high school. He's just not comfortable with himself yet, and he will not take it well. Wait a couple years, build up your self-confidence, and before you do come out to him, figure out how to style your hair. Do acknowledge the entire queer spectrum. Taste the whole rainbow. So that's the skinny on the latest from Kevin Feige. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And for more on everything Marvel, be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN.